Some people are simply born to do the things they do. There are writers born to write, singers born to sing, actors born to act, and sometimes there are painters who are simply born to paint. Keeping all this genealogical destiny in mind, we would like to introduce you to Matt and Lee Casbeer, two seemingly ordinary 20-somethings from Fredericksburg, Texas, who, regardless of their years, sure know their way around a paintbrush and palette.
When Lee and I were kids, we always entertained the thought of being an artist.
We were drawing as early as I can remember. Some of the earliest memories I have is of picking up pencils and sketching in the inside covers of books or whatever I could get my hands on. And it's just something that's always been with us.
Now, think of Texas artist, and what comes to mind is pastoral scenes of cowboys and horses and bluebonnet-sprinkled fields. Matt and Lee have done their share of those things. The Western murals on the wall at the coffee shop downtown, those are Casbeer originals. But there's more than the Wild West in the brushes of these brothers.
Look at the coloring in this scroll work right here. I was taking a look at that blue we've got.
Add some shading and should be good to go.
After painting scenes of other cultures and other lands for residents and restaurants all over the hill country, Matt and Lee put their talents together and painted this. "24 feet long and 11.5 feet wide, it's a mural that looks like it was torn from the ceiling of a European museum, but you'll find it at the Republique Restaurant in Kerrville, Texas. The owners hired the team of brothers to give the room an international feel, but this multicultural masterpiece all started in a metal warehouse studio tucked away in the hill country.
I'm proud of it, of being an artist, but I think both Lee and I are not ones to get a big head on ourselves, and we prefer to let the work speak for itself rather than, talk all day about it.
We've really been surprised that in the relatively short amount of time that we've been working with this kind of thing, that we've been able to bring it to this point.
Now, Matt and Lee are realism mural painters inspired by the grand works of the great artists Rembrandt, Claude Lorraine, Canaletto. Paintings that honor time and place, fine works of art that don't have to be explained to you.
We've always liked realism, so as we started getting more work, painting murals in people's houses, it seems that the styles from the various classical periods suited people's tastes more, and it was what we enjoyed working with. So it's just kind of become our trademark, I suppose.
For as long as Matt and Lee can remember, they wanted to be artists, but they were told time and again that they wouldn't be able to make a living doing it. So they did other things for money, and art was simply a hobby. And since you can't major in hobbies at a university, Lee and Matt learned their talent on their own. That's right, outside your average high school art class, this painting pair has never had a lesson in their lives.
I guess most of my training has just basically come through observation and trial and error. Besides, starting, basically when I could walk, picking up a pencil and drawing, and going over to my grandmother. She'd set us up in front of an easel, and that early exposure I think helped a lot. But as far as any kind of formal training, I haven't had any. But books, museums. I guess you could say it's been my university.
So when you two guys were in grade school, junior high, even high school, did you ever dream at that point, really, that you'd be doing this?
I never really thought we'd do anything like this. I knew I wanted to be an artist, and I think that's about as far as it went. I had no idea really how that would actually turn out. You know, what kind of artwork be working on, whether it be illustration or anything else. But I think we just knew we wanted to be artists. And
what if you couldn't do this anymore? What would that? You know, all of a sudden you can't make a living doing this, so you know. You gotta get a real job.
That's something we think about every day. And they're lost.
I guess we've done enough real jobs working our way up to this point that it wouldn't be too big of a shock for us.
Right.
So I'm sure we could fall back into it easily and still enjoy this as something to do on the side or as a hobby or whatever it is we could do with it.
Even if you couldn't make a living at this, you'd still do it?
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's just a part of us. Okay.
It took a small army of friends to finish and help hang their biggest project to date. A month's worth of work and a short lifetime of experience mixed up in pigment and presented on canvas. Matt and Lee Casbeer make a living doing what they love, and folks who see their art love what they do for a living.
We just enjoy making great art.